This is Mardi Gras 2018. Broadcast live from Hargrove Automation and Controls in downtown Mobile.
All right, we are ready to do it again. The second parade of our coverage is Order of Inca tonight. You're looking at a few people just getting set up on the street. It's a little bit early, but it's going to get crowded in just a moment. Hey, look at that. Beautiful balcony here. You see all of our lights. We are on WJTC UTV 44 and mynbc15.com. You're watching us around the country and who knows where else. I'm Darwin Singleton.
And I'm Tara Reeves with Gulf Coast Today. As you mentioned, it's going to be crowded tonight. Last night, we had over 67,000 people lining the streets. Tonight, they're predicting even more people. But you and I, we're a little intimidated tonight because we may have thrown some shade at the Order of Inca on Facebook.
I don't know who
We're
did
not
that.
taking credit for that.
Who did that?
Someone who will remain nameless posted something about the Order of Inca and if their arms were strong enough to get the throws up to the balcony. So now, in a way, we have been threatened. They said they're bringing it tonight, their A game. So if you're wanting to catch a lot of throws, you definitely want to stand right underneath Hargrove's balcony because you're going to have tons. Moon pies, cream pies.
Cream pies better not be.
Beads.
It's like an I Love Lucy episode
Galore.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I did not tell you this.
Oh, no.
But there is a little surprise, I've been told, from one of the Order of Inca.
Okay.
That we'll see on one of the floats. I'll just show it to you when we see it, and hopefully we will. I'll just have to tell you about that a little bit later on. You'll have to see it, too. It's a kind of a tribute to one of their members. That's coming up a little bit later.
I'm excited.
All right, let's talk about our coverage because, of course, last night it was the polka dots. Tonight it is Order of Inca, and it just keeps going because then we'll have the Order of Venus on Monday night and the Order of Many Faces. So we want you to watch that as well.
Then we're back at it on the 6th. Order of Lachise taking our rain day on February 7th. But then on February 8th, once again, Mystic Stripers. Looking forward to them as well.
Crew of Columbus on February 9th. Mystics of Time will be that Saturday on February 10th, the Saturday before Fat Tuesday. And then, oh, by the way, the Mardi Gras coverage, which is the 12th, will start at 7:30. All the other parades at 6:30. Infant Mystics on Mardi Gras, that is Monday night, and the Order of Doves.
And then we have Mamga and Order of Myths on February 13th, right before Valentine's Day. So if you play your cards right, Darwin, you could potentially catch enough throws to maybe get out easy on Valentine's Day. Not have to spend anything on chocolate. Give her a bunch of moon pies. She'll be happy.
No, she won't. Oh, by the way, you probably noticed we didn't have the Fat Tuesday daytime coverage on there because it's not on UTV 44 except the evening parades. The daytime parades are all on local NBC 15, which is our name now, NBC 15. So all the daytime parades you'll want to watch on NBC 15 and then flip on over for the nighttime parades, which is Mamga and Order of Myths on UTV 44. But they'll all be on mynbc15.com.
Yeah, and thanks to everyone who's watching us right now streaming live on mynbc15.com because we've had people all across the nation watching, including our troops. So really excited to have everyone see Mardi Gras.
And if you're watching and you are a member of our armed services, we are delighted to have you watching us tonight wherever you are. All right, let's talk about tonight's parade. It is going to be a doozy. It's Friday night, so everybody's in good mood. A little chillier tonight than it was last night. How many floats do we have?
We have 16, and as you mentioned earlier in your live hit on NBC 15, this group was founded in 1956, and tonight's theme, Through the Decades. I was saying Roaring 20s is going to be one of the floats. I'm hoping it's going to be a Great Gatsby theme. I remember reading that book in Miss Kate's class in high school, and I loved it. Made me want to grow up in the 20s.
Did you see the movie?
I did.
Robert Redford.
I did.
There's a Mia Farrow, I think.
The book is always better than the movie, Darwin.
That's what I've heard. Scott Fitzgerald.
Yes, F. Scott Fitzgerald. Look at you.
Okay.
Super excited.
Every now and then something lands there and sticks.
And of course, Mardi Gras is like the biggest tourist attraction for Mobile. So we're really excited to once again be broadcasting live for you. And then aside from Order of Inca, we have great entertainment.
We do.
Lauren Murphy, and then we have Roosters, both of which have been on Gulf Coast Today at 12:30 weekdays. Frankie from Roosters, they have their homemade tortillas. They're delicious if you haven't been there. Right here in downtown Mobile, Roosters Latin American food. And Lauren Murphy, she's actually coming to us from California, moved here just 2 years ago.
And you've had her on Gulf Coast Today, and you're in the Stacks.
Yes, music from the Stacks segment. Our camera guy, Ed and Vanya, both recorded her right there at the library in Mobile. Yeah, so really excited to have her here, her first Mardi Gras parade coverage to be entertaining.
We want to also talk about this location where we are. It's fantastic. It's Hargrove's Control and Automations. They just bought the building that's across from Government Plaza. They remodeled it, and when they did, they said, we're going full-blown Mobile. They put a balcony on here that's a half a block long, and we're using every bit of it.
Yes, and you interviewed Ralph yesterday because he grew up here along the Gulf Coast, so it's really important for him to make this, to really give back to the community and make this something beautiful. And then also speaking of Gulf Coast today, we have a very special guest, Jennifer from Jenny Lynn, who does vinyl. They do t-shirts, they do parties, they do all sorts of things. We've had her on Gulf Coast today. They do heat vinyl, they do sticky vinyl, but then also she wants to help you make money. She helps other women and men start their own vinyl businesses right out of their homes.
That might be something that would be very beneficial to Mardi Gras groups.
It would, absolutely. She even has her own vinyl jacket that you'll see later that she monogrammed right before she came here.
Before she came here?
Yes.
All right. Hot off the presses.
Literally hot off the press.
Oh, and also Hap Kern's going to be here. He is standing by. He owns Joe Kane's house. And we're going to take a look at something very special that happened at that location over the past several months. You're going to see it. We're going to show it to you in just a few minutes with Hap Kern here, part of Mardi Gras history in Mobile. So we've got a lot on our plates coming up, including the parade.
Yes.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away. You know, Mardi Gras is all about history. Well, it's all about fun, but there's a lot of Mobile history. And one of the keepers of a piece of that history is standing beside me right now. That is Hap Kern. And Hap Kern, you have a very important piece of Mobile history that you own. You live in it. It's Joseph Stillwater Kane's house, right?
Well, I love that you say I'm a bit of a keeper of Mobile Mardi Gras history.
You are. You are. First of all, let's start off with, before we get to the video of what happened there this past summer, who was Joe Kane, for somebody that's not familiar with Mobile Mardi Gras?
Joe Kane, after the Civil War, when the city was under martial order and, you know, things were pretty dreary around here, and Joe Kane decided, let's liven things up, let's resume the Mardi Gras celebration.
Because it had shut down because of the Civil War. I mean, it just wasn't a celebration time.
You can imagine.
Yeah. So he really, was it the Cowbelly? What was it? Tell me the name of that. Cowbelly and Durakin Society?
Cowbelly and Durakin was actually quite a bit before Joe Kane.
Okay. All right. See, I get the two confused sometimes. Cowbelly, they was the one that's really started the Mardi Gras tradition. Joe Kane revived it after the Civil War.
He's referred to as a Mardi Gras revivalist because, you know, after the Civil War, everything was somber, and he got on a coal wagon. Dressed up as an Indian, had several of his friends dress up as braves, and they paraded in downtown Mobile, coincidentally not far ahead of the first actual parade of
that started.
antebellum or postbellum Mardi Gras. Yeah.
He kind of poked it with a stick and got it started again.
He did.
He did.
He thumbed his nose at the federal troops who were, you know, standing on the corners, and here were Chickasaw Indians who were not above but apart from the U.S. laws. Chickasaws had their own laws to follow.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course they did.
So he paraded as a Chickasaw Indian and had a good time, and the troops couldn't do anything about it.
All right, now he lived on Augusta Street, and you actually live in his house, and he was a city clerk for the city of Mobile. But over the years, there have been people that have revived Joe Kane in that role of Mardi Gras revivalist. Of course, Wayne Dean is him right now. But I want to say, this summer, a plaque was installed in front of your house. We have video of that, I know, because I was there, and it started raining like crazy. So the video you're going to see right now, a little bit of rain. You had a party there. I believe I see some Merry Widows. I see Wayne Dean dressed as Joe Kane, dressed as like a Bamarenico.
The Excelsior Band was there.
They were. You can hear them right now. That was a big day for you, wasn't it?
It was a great day. I mean, it was raining, and Thank you, everybody who was standing in the street getting wet.
They did not budge.
People realize the significance of that plaque, I believe, because that plaque needed to be done. For years and years and decades, the house was sort of anonymous.
Yeah.
Visitors from out of town had a little bit of a time pinpointing where Joe Kane's house was. Well, now you can hardly see the house because of this giant
marker.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It is
historic
nice.
marker. It's great. It's wonderful, and thanks to Steve Joint.
Steve Joint with Mobile
Mardi
Mask.
Gras,
Absolutely.
Mobile Mask magazine, the only magazine dedicated to Mardi Gras in Mobile.
That's right. It's a good one,
Great job. He has instigated a Mardi Gras trail, which is, you've got 2 installments now and more to come as the years go by.
More plaques.
To really give not only visitors but citizens of Mobile a feeling for what has happened over the centuries, and where it took place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Michael Kraft's grave will be on there at some point.
Yeah, he was one of the portrayers of Joe Kane. I'll tell you what, we appreciate you being here with us. Thank you so much, and thanks for keeping the history alive in Mobile, because that's a big responsibility. Joe Kane is part of Mobile Mardi Gras, and I would just shudder to think that somebody wouldn't respect his home, and you do. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Darwin.
We're going to go down the other end of the balcony to the entertainment end of the balcony, and that is where Tara's waiting with a special guest.
Thanks, Darwin. I am with a special guest, Lauren Murphy, and we're so excited to have you for your first Mardi Gras coverage. Of course, you've been on Gulf Coast today. We loved hearing you then, and you're actually moving here from California. Tell us why you made the trip here to the Gulf Coast, Lauren.
Well, I'm actually Baton Rouge born, but I've been gone for about 2 decades. My husband passed away 4 years ago, and before that, a good songwriter friend of mine of 25 years had come out to the West Coast, Grayson Capps, and he lives in Fairhope with his wife Trina, and he ended up doing the very last show with my husband and I at Bob Weir's club in Mill Valley, California, and it kind of went down in the rock and roll history of annals. It was amazing. So shortly after that, Grayson and his wife Trina reached out to me and asked what they could do. So I thought on that for a while, and about 3 months later, texted them and said, I'd love to bring my youngest daughter to the South to see where I'm born. Can you arrange a tour that covers 2 people? And they did, and part of that was featuring me at the Frog Pond Sunday Social. And I'm going to be back there in February, but we were just hooked the minute we set foot in Lower Alabama. The people, the culture, the music. I finally feel like I'm home. It's really a strange feeling. It's great.
We're so excited to hear you play tonight. Let's take it away, Lauren.
Hey, we're going to give you all an original. It's called The Ballad of Booker and Honey. Booker, more than you. Honey, say Booker, do your thing. I sold my soul so you can sing. Hey, mister, can you spell a dime? Hello, sister, I'm a living on borrowed time. We're in the same bread line. The curtain call, well, it's yours and mine. Was a looker back in the day, and then that market crashed. The Booker down away. Honey drips out the corner bar. The body's his, but the soul is gone. Hey, mister, can you spell a
an incredible performance. Thank you so much, Lauren. We're going to continue rocking out here, but I'm going to send it back over to Darwin in the meantime.
I am having a great time talking to Jennifer Fulford. I mean, I really am. Jenny, it's Jen E. Lynn Store is the name of your store.
Absolutely.
And I want to find out a little bit about what you do. First of all, this beautiful sweater that you have on.
Right.
You didn't buy that. You made that.
We made it 10 minutes before we left to come see you.
10 minutes before you,
Yes.
you could do it that fast.
That's right.
This is what you do. You customize, you use vinyl and make things that are ordinary into something really special.
Absolutely. And a lot of what our store does is a supply store. We sell the machines, we teach the classes, we teach everybody how to do this for themselves.
And so you sell the supplies too. So
Absolutely.
once we learn how, you could probably set us up in business.
Oh, I could.
Okay.
And then I'm going to promote your business. Send all the business to you that wants things made. You just buy your supplies from us. We'll send you the customers.
You're a pretty handy person. Okay. We have some video of your shop, first of all. And
Yes.
this is really neat when it comes to Mardi Gras groups because everybody wants something personalized and they want to put their logo, their Mardi Gras logo on it, their cruise logo on it. So that's kind of what you do, isn't it? It's exactly what you do.
Right, right. And we're more of the supply store and the teach, but we do some of that at the back end. In fact, we've had a lot of the Mardi Gras things come in lately for the floats that we've been putting it on the back. And so we'll be premiering those pictures after Mardi Gras is over of what we did for them.
Keep calm and party on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think, too, maybe this would be really good for a Mardi Gras crew, especially a big one,
Yes.
because then they can make all the products for their crews.
They can. And a lot of the women that do this type of thing are in the Mardi Gras organizations. We love seeing their creativity.
Do guys do it, too?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Because you've got car wrapping, you got car stickers.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys doing this.
Okay, vinyl is a big deal right now.
It is.
Okay, so is it really difficult to do? First of all, the process is probably pretty easy. It's what you have up here.
Right.
Okay, so
and I'm not a creative person, but...
Oh, wait a minute now.
I'm really not a creative person.
That looks great. When you walked up and you had that on, it caught my eye right away, and I just really... I've already got plans. We've been talking. I said, I've got an own set of tails at home. And you know how I love costumes and jackets at Mardi Gras. I see something really cool on the back of one of my own. So we're going to have to talk. We're going to get together and talk.
Absolutely.
And I want to see if I can come up with something really cool next year that I can wow the folks. I see some really cool lapels.
I do too.
Okay, all right.
We can hook you up, I promise.
Where are you located and how can we reach you?
We're at 5441 Highway 90 West. That's in Tillman's Corner, right next to Sally's Beauty Supply in behind KFC.
Oh, I know exactly where that is.
Very convenient.
That shopping center. Okay,
Yes.
so stop by and see your hours.
We are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6, and on Saturday from 10 to 4. We have classes Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights.
But she's not there now.
Right, I'm here.
Well, you get out and have a great time. Your daughter's
Great.
on the parade route.
Yes, the whole Jenny Lynn crew is down there. They're handing out loyalty cards and coupons tonight. So
The crew of
catch
Jenny
them
Lynn.
down there.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Good
happy
to see
Mardi
you.
Gras.
Well, thank you to you too.
All right, we're going to be back in just a few minutes. The parade's coming up, so don't go away. Tara, what we got coming up?
He's with Roosters right here in downtown Mobile. He has everything from burritos to tacos. We've got hamburgers. We've got all kinds of things. Stick around. Your mouth is going to be watering when we get back. Of the Order of Inca, but before the parade kicks off, we have Frankie from Roosters. Where are you guys located for the locals who definitely need to hit up your restaurant?
Okay, so a lot of people know where the A&M Peanut Shop is in downtown Mobile. It's been there since 1947. We are right next door to them. So we've been there 1 year. We just celebrated our 1 year anniversary. They've been there for however many years, 1947 was. It's 211 Dolphin Street. It's right across the street from the Crescent Theater, a great little local independent theater. So that's where we're at.
And even though you're just 1 year old, Frankie, you guys are already making a name for yourself. Already won an Appy Award.
Yeah, we won. That was awesome. We won for Best New Casual Restaurant.
And your food is incredible, which I want to talk about right now. What do we have in front of us? And I want to specifically point out your tortillas that you guys make.
Yeah, that's important. You know, we're the only place doing it. We're making our own homemade corn tortillas right here in downtown Mobile, and they are outstanding. We add some turmeric to them to give them some color, and you know, turmeric's it's a hot thing right now. You know, it's a healthy thing too. Yeah, we make those every morning. It's a labor of love. We spend about an hour and a half, you know, cranking out enough tortillas for the day, and you know, you can taste it. It tastes fresh. It tastes delicious. Right here we have the barbecue brisket sandwich, so slow cooked brisket, slow cooked for 15 hours with a homemade habanero barbecue sauce and a slaw on there. We also make our own pickles, which is on that too. We try to do everything homemade as much as possible.
Real quickly, I want to talk about the beef that you guys made, the pastor. You know what I'm trying to talk about. It's mouth-watering.
Yeah, actually, I have that taco right there. That's the al pastor is what it's called. Okay. It's pork that is marinated for over 24 hours in this like garlicky pineapple kind of marinade, achiote marinade, and then we put it on a rotisserie, slow cook it with pineapple, and then slice it really thin and put it on a taco. And it's my hands down my favorite taco in the world. Like not even just at our restaurant, just like it's the best taco ever. It's so good.
Which moves us to our next dish. What do we have here, Frankie?
Our Cuban sandwich. We've gotten to be known for this over the past year being open. People really love our Cuban. We slow cook our pork for 12 hours. Once again, the homemade pickles. We have mustard, Swiss cheese, and a really nice pork shoulder bacon. And then we press that on a grill. And a really good authentic Cuban really needs to be pressed. It needs to be kind of crispy and thin. That's what we do there.
And then quickly, for people like myself who just love a good old burrito.
Yeah, a good old-fashioned burrito. This is our classic chicken burrito. We call it the hen house. It's our Spanish rice, black beans, our homemade roasted tomato salsa, roasted chicken, cheese. You know, it's like comfort food. You know, it's great.
And then aside from making your homemade tortillas, you said you make your pickles, and then the pastor. Also your sauces. Let's talk about this for those who love chips and salsa.
Yeah, so we make all our sauce, our guac, our sauces, and then we have a salsa bar that when customers come to the restaurant and they get their tacos, they can go up and get their own sauces. We have 6. We have 2 mild, 2 medium, and 2 screaming hot. The hot ones, we do a scorpion pepper sauce and like a kind of a Caribbean style, and then we have a chili arbol sauce, like a really super spicy Mexican style hot sauce. We love hot sauce. And, you know, hot sauce heads love our restaurant. And, you know, that's kind of a culture of its own. People who just, like, love, like, super hot stuff. And we cater to that. We have a whole hot sauce bar of store-bought hot sauces. And then we have our own homemade also. So when you come to Roosters, it's all free. You just get whatever you like. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to start digging in now, but I'm going to send it over to you, Darwin.
All right, thank you so much. That looks and smells delicious, although it's so cold right now. My nose is a little cold, but you know it's because I'm not bound and just nice and warm like you are. You got that scarf going. This is Vicki Studstill. And Vicki, you are with there's a charitable foundation connection with Hargrove.
Correct.
And I guess most big companies that grow and grow and grow, they want to give back to the community.
Correct.
You all do that in a very organized way. How does that work for you?
We do. We started in 2012. We formed the Hargrove Foundation, and that's the charitable arm of Hargrove Engineers and Constructors. And it was a way to organize our giving. We've always, our culture is giving back to the community, and so, but we didn't really have a structured way we were doing it, so we formed the foundation.
Yeah, because it can get out of hand because you have so many people saying, we need your help, we need your help, and
Correct.
then it can just get patchwork, and then all of a sudden you just go, we need somebody to pull this together. Now,
Yes.
You were already working at Hargrove.
Correct.
What were you doing?
Well, I lead the business development effort in Mobile, and I've been with Hargrove almost 14 years, so have worn many different hats, and then we had this opportunity for the foundation, and it's just a passion of mine. I love it.
Well, I know we were talking earlier, and you were telling me how much you love it, and so it's kind of, has it taken a front seat to what you do at Hargrove?
Yeah, a little bit, yes. I really do enjoy it, and it's just, you know, there's so much need in our communities, and just trying to help those that we can. You know, I mean, obviously we can't help everybody, but our generosity of our teammates, that's how our foundation is funded, is through our teammates, and the company matches it dollar for dollar.
Wow. So they come up with something that they're passionate about. It could be a charity, an organization, an effort, and you say, okay, if you bring us this much, we'll match it, and then That's how it's kind of how it works. Is that the way it works?
No, they actually they either make a contribution through payroll deduction. It's an ongoing contribution,
okay.
and it's and then they make a request to the foundation if it's something that they're passionate about, and then it's brought forth to the committee. We review it and then determine if it's a need that we can support. And so it's really it's a great way to give back to the community. And we've got so many teammates who are passionate about it too.
So everybody has the opportunity to give as much as they want.
Correct.
That's a great idea. It's just automatically taken out of their paycheck.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Yes. We also take one-time donations too.
Well,
but
absolutely.
yeah, they can do payroll deduction as well.
Have you got any examples of maybe a couple of things you've done recently?
The Child Advocacy Center, we're helping. There's the Mobile Interfaith Conference, we're helping. There's Penelope House.
Oh,
yeah.
they're one of our favorites
Boys
too.
and Girls Club.
Wow.
We have the Hat Project, which is actually another arm of Hargrove, and the Hat Project builds toys. They take toy vehicles and modify them for mobility limited children.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a big passion of ours as well. So
these are really significant, and you're touching so many different lives. Then.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Well, and it's good because you are a local company. And you're a big company. I did not realize how big Hargrove was until Ralph was up here talking about how many employees you have. So this is your biggest location, and then you have a few others.
Correct. We have 12 divisions.
12 divisions. That's a big company. Well, thank you so much, Vicki, for being with us, and we just really appreciate what you're doing for our community. We appreciate you allowing us to be here.
Oh, definitely.
And we hope that you enjoy Mardi Gras, and I guess you'll be using this balcony.
We will.
All
we will.
right.
Thank you for being here.
Oh,
appreciate
our pleasure.
It.
All right.
Thank you.
We are going to believe we're going to go to a break right now because we got a parade getting ready to start, so don't go anywhere. Maybe go to the refrigerator or wherever else you have to go in 2 minutes, but come right back because the Order of Inca getting ready to roll in downtown Mobile for Mardi Gras 2018.
J&J Furniture.
Order of Inca is getting ready to hit the streets. In fact, they're approaching our balcony right now, so we're getting ready for that. We're going to be turning around here in just a second, and we're going to do it right now as we get ready to see this parade, which is parading through the decades. That is the theme tonight. There's going to be 16 floats, and we're pretty excited about this.
Yes, and we want to thank everyone who's, of course, tuning in. UTV 44, but then also those streaming live online, mynbc15.com.
Yeah. You've been checking out some of the social media too. It looks like we got a lot of viewers tonight.
Yes, a lot of viewers, and they loved the way that I said salsa on air. Yes.
Was it good?
It was delicious, Darwin.
Great.
And it's all homemade. That's what I love about Roosters. But let's get right into, of course, the parade coverage, what we're here for.
We're going to start out with Mr. Sad Clown and the Olympia Brass Band. And, of course, they are always preceded by some lovely ladies who kind of welcome everybody. This is a really good group to have at the beginning here because the Olympia Band is the core of Mardi Gras music. I mean, brass bands, little small brass bands, are all over the Gulf Coast and perform bringing Mardi Gras music to everybody, not just during Mardi Gras, but throughout the year.
Right, let's listen in.
Oh, look at that beautiful emblem float. That float gets more beautiful every year.
Oh,
here we go. Here we go.
Firing away, Darwin.
All right. They told us they were going to throw tonight, and they are throwing.
Darwin.
Oh, man. Okay, the emblem float, of course.
I caught a Capri Sun.
Yeah, they could explode on you. Oh, man, they are throwing.
Yes, they are.
Order of Inca.
And we talked last night about how I love all the glitz and glam. I love how Order of Inca has lights. They're lighting up the night.
Isn't it beautiful? I mean, and look at the gold on their floats.
I've
seen this over the years.
this needs to be Gulf Coast Today's float since our logo is
a sun.
A sun. An Order of Inca's emblem float is the sun.
I did tell you we have a surprise coming up in one of our floats a little bit later on, and you're going to see it. It's there's a tribute to one of the members who can't be here tonight, and it'll be pretty obvious when you see it. Oh, you got some Capri Sun.
If you're thirsty, I got about 17 Capri Suns over here.
All right. Our first band tonight, high school band for the south part of the county, Alma Bryan High School Marching Band. Irvington by Elementary. Alma Bryan High School Marching Band.
Speaking of the Saints marching in, we have the Super Bowl on NBC this Sunday.
Oh, we do, don't we?
Who do you have, Patriots or the Eagles?
Well, I think everybody's going with the Patriots, and Tom Brady looks like he's going to be the MVP even before the game is played.
And Gronkowski is going to be back. He had a concussion in
so what do you say?
Their last game. Oh, Patriots, hands down. Not only do you have Tom and you have Gronkowski, but Bill Belichick, he's like the Saban of the NFL. So
oh, yeah.
Patriots are going to take it away.
All right, we'll see. And we'll see on 15.
Yes.
Okay, this Sunday's coverage starts at 11:30. All right, this is our next float. Sun worshipers, of course, the Incas. It's all about worshiping the sun, which is what we like to do here in South Alabama.
Yes, and we mentioned the first emblem float was Gulf Coast Today. Well, these guys have a ton of feathers, so they're representing NBC. So we've got our entire station covered.
I don't think that's a peacock. I don't think that's a peacock. I really don't. But oh well.
We'll count it.
They promised. Oh. They promised they were going to throw. Oh, we're being honored.
Yes.
Oh, yes. They promised they would throw. By the way, who made that crazy challenge online? Do you know who did that yet?
They're still unnamed, but they may be here working the lights for our production crew here tonight.
Pride of Midtown Murphy High School Marching Band coming down the street right now. The blue and gold of Murphy High School. Let's listen. From them, I hope. If not, they certainly look smart tonight. And there they go.
And speaking of Murphy High School, you know, Murphy High School was recently awarded most beautiful campus in all of the high schools in the state of Alabama.
Well, I believe it. The buildings are historic. And, of course, you know, they had that tornado a few years ago that really raked across the campus, but they managed to pull it all together. And it's
this guy's made his own target right underneath us.
Well, why not?
He's not messing around.
These guys aren't either. Okay. Oh! I just been hit.
His first battle
been hit. Oh.
I caught it.
All right.
Got you, darling.
I'm behind you. Okay, this is where the stuff is, folks. Ooh.
That guy doesn't need a target. He just needs to stand underneath us.
This
parading
is the theme,
through the decades.
Theme float. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the theme float.
And it says, "Thanks, Nana."
Thanks, Nana. A little personal. A little personal there. Inka on the back.
He's loving it.
Inka on the back there is blowing through a seashell, it looks like. And we just... All right. Excelsior Band. Okay, we just answered the question. 1883 is when the Excelsior Band began marching through downtown Mobile. Cabaret.
And of course, we're right here at the Hargrove. So for those of you who plan on participating, coming out to a parade, you definitely want to stand underneath the Hargrove balcony. That's where we're getting all kinds of throws. Which brings us to our next float, the Roaring 20s. This is one of the floats I was most looking forward to. Speaking of throws, we just got littered with a bunch.
We have more footballs here than the NFL now.
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh, gosh.
Now, Tara, you'll get to the point where you just start dodging.
Dodge.
There's too much stuff.
I watched Dodgeball, so I was prepared for Mardi Gras this year.
There's too much. How about that? That's a good save. There's too much stuff flying at one time.
Can I just say that with it being slightly chilly out here, my hands are a little bit frozen.
Kind of hurts.
So to get hit in the hand with a whole rack of beads, it's stunning.
That was the Roaring 20s, by the way.
Yes.
That was a Roaring 20s.
I was excited. I saw the flapper on the front. Did you see the silver?
I was trying to protect my eyes. I was like, you know what? I hate to say it, but I just realized that a couple of minutes ago I was standing behind you.
It's okay. I caught that green football.
You did, didn't you? Look at this. I'm looking at about 20 footballs up here.
I know. We need Allie, Jared, our producer's daughter, come in here and scavenge behind us to make a way so we can run.
Oh, boy. That was kind of scary there for a minute. All right, but you know, we threw down the gauntlet. So,
yes.
And they said, okay, you're going to get it now. We're getting it. Okay, marching Cougars right now.
You know, it would be very distracting if I were one of the band members, and you see a lot of these throws still on the road. Moon pies, beads, glow sticks. Are you allowed to bend over and pick some of them up during the parade?
No, well,
is that a cardinal sin?
It depends on the band director.
Okay.
Now, good band etiquette, I'm told, is you just keep marching and keep your eye on the street in front of you. You don't stop for anything, and you step wherever you've got to go.
That's difficult. Or you can do like this young lady in front of us, using the sword that she caught to scrape in some beads while she's still remaining behind the barricades.
Impressive.
She just got it.
Impressive.
This is not her first Mardi Gras parade to attend, Donna.
Whoa!
Here we go.
Look at the synchronicity right there, folks. Brass and percussion band. No woodwinds in this group. It's all brass and drums. And some pretty feisty young people too, man. I'll tell you what.
And I love the ladies bringing up the rear. Whereas normally you see the batons, they have some sort of ribbon hula hoop. I like it.
Oh, look at that little fella.
He's mesmerized as well. He likes the ladies bringing up the rear, too.
Sure. You're watching the Order of Inca parade in downtown Mobile.
Right here at the Hargrove. You spoke with Vicki earlier.
The Controls and Automation building, which is right across the street from Government Plaza. And I'm telling you, it is a beautiful facility here.
What is that, a hamburger?
Those are toilet paper.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Good.
Toilet tissue. All right.
This will be for my guests when they come to visit.
Really? Well, you know what?
Oh.
With this cold weather, I actually could use a little tissue right now.
To blow your nose. Darwin is using the tissue.
My prayers have been answered. It doesn't take much to make me happy.
Should we mention the name of this float, Darwin?
Oh, I thought you meant the brand of toilet tissue. Sure, why not?
Ford Motor Company, and oh my goodness, not far behind we have the Avatar.
Oh, that's gorgeous. One of our marshals there. Look at these floats. I mean, look at the colors. They're stunning. And the lights. Avatar. And, of course, if you've seen the movie, that is a great representation. The character on the front with the bow.
Oh, wow, a whole bag of Starburst, Darwin. I don't know where to look, in all honesty, because
I know.
I'm going to get hit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that one
almost...
guy was trying to throw that whole pack of Starburst. I love some Starburst.
You
Maybe
like
my
Starburst.
prayers will be answered as well if they can get one up here.
Tooth. You know what? I'll tell you what. They've got some arms on them. Oh, here, little Bruno Mars here.
I know. 24-karat magic.
Didn't this just win
I'm not the entertainer.
some Grammys, a few Grammys a few days ago? Yeah.
And he's actually performed in the halftime show of the Super Bowl before.
He has. Of course, Justin Timberlake and a special guest, he won't say who,
I know.
this Sunday
I'm
on
hoping
NBC
it's
15.
Janet Jackson.
Oh, we got you Skittles. Holy cow. I mean, they're throwing some good stuff today, aren't they?
I know. I was a little parched breaking open one of these Capri Suns.
Are you drinking a Capri Sun? Oh, look at this. Little Inca
like
balls. They've got Incas on them. That's cool. All right. I mean, you guys, if you didn't make it down here tonight, they're really throwing some good stuff, and you got to stand under our balcony here, because under the Hargrove balcony, you will get some swag.
Yes.
There's a lot of stuff being thrown.
You will. I'm wanting one of these ladies to throw one of those boots up here.
You like those boots, huh?
I'd wear those to the rest of the Mardi Gras coverage.
You would?
Yes.
You would, yeah, those are
You
nice.
have someone who makes your hats for you. I want some sequin boots.
I've got to thank Teresa Tarleton, who has made me another round of hats, her new 2018 collection. I'll be wearing them throughout our coverage. Tonight I'm going to a ball, so I didn't want to get hat hair. So, Teresa, that's the reason why I don't have a hat on tonight. I'm glad you mentioned that. But, Teresa, you'll be seeing those hats plenty. Trust me, they're beautiful. Everybody wants them. But they're not getting them because they're mine. All right, here's the next float. Remember, this is parading through the decades. Oh, wow. Parading through the decades, this is the Summer of Love.
We have a lot of Frisbees this year, Darwin.
Oh, Summer
Those
of
are
Love.
tricky.
It's groovy.
We've got some ramen noodles. Add that to the list of random throws.
And, of course, the Summer of Love, it's all about the 60s, and it's all about peace, love, and Frisbees, apparently.
You know, on Gulf Coast Today, we asked our Hitting the Street question, what's something that you wish would come back in style? And one of the guys said bell bottoms.
I had bell bottoms. Had bell bottom blue jeans. It's actually a song by Eric Clapton called Bell Bottom Blues. I remember that song quite well.
And our next float that you're seeing now is the 1930s Technicolor float.
Beautiful.
Really excited.
Technicolor when the movies became colorized. Oh, and look, remember, there's the Wizard of Oz, the house?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when movies became colorized. This is the Wizard of Oz. See,
yes.
You got the Munchkins on the back.
I see it. And the yellow brick road on the front with the tornado.
That is a great interpretation.
It is.
That is really,
They
really
always
good.
do a great job with these floats. And as I mentioned before, with all the glitter, all the bright colors, but I love the ones that have lit up.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah, they just shine. I'm I'm wading through beads and footballs. Whoever sells footballs in town, you're out, because we have them all up here. Everyone seems to be doing well. No one's lost an eye yet. You have got how many Capri Suns have you got?
I told you I had about 17. The emblem float just machine gunned them up here.
Really? All right, more music. BC Rain High School Marching Band. DIP, that is BC Rain High School Marching Band. Of course, they were here last night, too.
Yes.
Now, sometimes, we were talking about this last night, they'll split the bands up, especially the big bands, and some will march some nights and some will march the other night, so they can have a presence, and it doesn't wear everybody out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is a long parade route.
It sure is. And I mentioned yesterday, of course, with everyone's New Year's resolution to lose weight, just join a band, walk a parade route, and you're good to go.
It's good for the kids.
It is.
Yes, it is.
It is. They need to get some of that energy.
Yeah, like these guys on the float. They need to expel some of that
Yes.
energy. All right. This is an interesting float.
It is.
Through the decades.
1990s.
Early internet.
And they have the AOL Instant Messenger on the front of their float, which
You
they
got it?
actually just got rid
They
of
did.
Instant Messenger. Yes.
And look at the loading, 15%. Remember when everything had to download?
No. And the You've Got Mail. They even made a movie
You've
after
Got
that.
Mail. Yeah.
And that baby. Do you remember that dancing baby,
Oh,
Darwin?
the dancing baby. Wow, they really
They
did
did
their
a great
homework,
job.
didn't they?
That one's
Of course,
fun.
they lived through
and
it.
it's a floppy disk.
Floppy disk on the front. You're right.
You know, they were saying in a couple of years, kids won't understand why the save symbol is a floppy disk because we haven't been using them
You're
for
right.
so long.
All right, the Blowhouse Band. And I'll tell you what, these guys are amazing. Let's listen. Blowhouse Band. These guys get together every Mardi Gras. They just come back together and march.
Ooh, I like this one. I see Pac-Man. It's the MTV era.
Oh, the Devo. We are not men, we are Devo. Remember the hats?
Yes, I love the hats.
I think I've got a jar opener that looks like one of those at home. And you got a little Rubik's Cube there. You got Pac-Man, cassette tape.
Oh,
All right.
my goodness.
Are you having a little flashback of your own right now?
Yes, I used to listen to cassette tapes until I would fall asleep at night. And I remember if I stayed asleep too long, then the cassette tape would stop. I'd have to take it out, flip it around,
didn't have
and
an
re-put it
automatic
back in.
reverse?
I didn't have automatic. I wasn't that bougie, Darwin.
Man.
I had
you
to
know,
do it by hand.
I just got all excited when I replaced my 8-track tape player with cassettes.
Uh-oh.
But you know what?
What?
Then my Jimmy Buffett collection died about then because it was all 8-track.
All right, this parade's getting lit, Darwin. We got some fire twirlers
Wow,
now.
fire twirlers. That it always impresses me.
Yes.
Because, you know, I would put my eye out, no doubt about it.
Catch something on fire. All right, let's rock and roll, Darwin, with the 1950s.
We are rocking and rolling. Okay, let's take a look at this is another decade, the 50s.
They've
Take a
got
look.
some good arms, Darwin. I'm not going to lie.
Do. Whoa! Take a look and see if you can spot some of your favorite performers.
Oh, wow. They just threw an entire bag of stuffed animals out right in front of us. I feel like this isn't fair because they're all wearing masks. We can't tell who's actually gunning for us.
I have so many beads under my feet, I feel like I'm skating right now.
Did you have records, Darwin? They've got some records. And the jukebox. You know, do they still do jukebox at Waffle House?
They do, but I think it's all digitized now.
Oh.
All right, I'm looking for. I'm hoping we get to see the tribute to this fellow that can't make it. And I was emailed this a little bit earlier, so you'll have to excuse me as I try to find my little email message.
Oh, wow. Someone's going home
Are you
happy.
kidding? Look at that thing. It's
That's
huge.
enormous.
That is.
How come they couldn't
are
have made
throwing-
that up to the balcony?
They are throwing tonight.
Something that would cushion the blow of a pack of beans to the face.
Yeah, we'd be hiding behind it. There is a member of the crew that could not be here tonight because he's ill.
Uh-huh.
And he's been a member for decades, and they're honoring him tonight on one of the floats. And I'm trying to make sure that we don't miss it. And you'll see how they're honoring him. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to give it away right now, but just keep watching for it. And I'm trying to make sure that we don't miss it. So that's all I'm going to say. You'll see it when you see it.
I'll know it when I see it.
You'll know it when you see it, and you'll see it when you see it.
Well, until we see it, let's enjoy seeing the dancing dolls.
You know, today is Wear Red Day in honor of Women's Heart Health. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but
if they did, it was smart on their part.
it was.
We've got some younger girls on here. They're doing well if they've been able to keep up with this entire parade.
true.
And they don't even have a cooler, Darwin.
No cooler? Oh, you like a cooler like you're drinking right now. Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Which brings us to the 1910s discovery of Machu Picchu. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Wow. This is the grand finale.
Oh, jeez. Holy cow. This must be the float that threatened us online.
Someone has... Wow. I think they busted some of those beads because there are particles floating
Oh, by the way,
everywhere.
I didn't even take a look at what this float was because I was so busy trying to protect my face.
It's Machu Picchu.
Oh, Machu Picchu. Okay. And I kind of half remember what that is.
Don't fall down, Darwin.
I know, my shoes become untied. No, it isn't. I'm just standing on so many beads, my feet are rolling. Okay. The Magnolia Breeze Youth Ensemble. Our crew's trying to rebuild our set right now because it's gone through a battering ram. It's been insane.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me. I think I swallowed some confetti. Of course, you are watching the Order of Inca Parade. Oh, we got a tambourine. Did somebody actually throw a tambourine? This is tambourine.
Yes.
This is quality stuff.
Yes. You can groove on with the disco.
The disco.
With the tambourine.
That makes sense. All right, I feel like one of the Bee Gees now. Whoa! Of course, music is a big part of every decade, and they certainly capitalized on that. That would be, of course, the 70s. Got a little disco ball there. Looks like some big speakers, I think.
Did you ever have any fun at a disco, Darwin?
Well, you know, excuse me, I did swallow some confetti. When I was a radio disc jockey before I started in TV, that's when the whole disco era was going. So I kind of was part of it. I had a great time with it. All right. We always love to hear from the LaFleur High School Marching Band, the Rattlers. Love those colors, the orange and green. Really stands out, you know.
And if you've never been to a home Rattlers football game, when they score, their announcer is incredible.
Over the top.
He really gets the whole place jumping for the LaFleur Rattlers.
That's what they're supposed to do. All right. Now we're back at, this has got to be the 40s.
Yes. World War II victory. That iconic kiss. At the front
that great?
Of the float.
That is a great depiction of the era. That is fascinating.
Cups for days.
Of course, all of the headlines from the newspapers at the time. What a beautiful float. And what great costumes, too.
Yes, I love the sailors. A couple of them even have some fake cigars.
Are they fake?
They are fake, Darwin.
They shouldn't be smoking on the... You can say, you wouldn't want to catch one of those on fire, though. The float's on fire. Absolutely not. I'm really digging this tambourine, by the way. This is cool. It has batteries in it. When I figure out how to work it, I'll let you know.
Marshals throwing pixie sticks. Wonder if they could get one up here, Darwin. Try and flag them down with the tambourine.
Just what you need.
Get their attention with that tambourine.
What you need is more sugar. You're drinking one Capri Sun after another. You need more sugar. I think not. All right, we've got a few more floats coming up here. This has been a great parade. So, I mean, it's just been a lot of energy, a lot of throws, and you can tell these crews are really having the time of their life.
And we had 16 floats in tonight's parade, 2 of which rented.
That's right. Yeah,
and this
because
is one of them, the associate float.
And you know what happens is you have so many
yes.
people that the crews grow, and so in order to give everybody a chance to ride, of course they have to get another float or 2 in here. So.
And this isn't something that you can create in a month or 2.
No, it's not. And then eventually they add and add and add. And so, but Inca's has grown a lot.
Yes.
Ooh, thank you for the
Moonshine.
save, because that was going right toward my face.
We've got some ramen noodles coming off of this boat as well. Me and this guy, he's throwing all kinds.
All right. You know what? I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what happened.
You're going ahead and giving me the surprise.
Okay. Let me tell you, I did not see the character, but there's a gentleman named George. Like I told you, he wasn't able to be on the float tonight.
Right.
Well, they had a cardboard cutout of him. I did not see it. It must have been on the other side. Yeah, but they had a cardboard cutout of him holding it up, and I wanted everybody to see it, but we just didn't see it tonight. But George, your crew misses you. They love you, and they wanted you to know that. So you were here. You were here. And we appreciate it. Is that a Channel 15 sign over there? I thought I saw somebody holding up a 15 over there. That's classy. All right. Hey, it's over. But but it's not.
But our fun isn't over.
No, we still got some time to go. We got some music and fun, so stick around because the Order of Inca may be through, but Mardi Gras 2018, no, we're not through at all. We'll be right back.
Mardi Gras coverage. I'm with Lauren Murphy. Lauren, that was your first Mardi Gras parade to ever experience here in Mobile. What are your thoughts?
I loved it. It's so down home. Everybody in Mobile can dance. This town has a booty and they can shake it. The music was great. The floats were stupendous, and I think I caught more footballs than I ever have in my life.
And you actually have a special guest performing with you here tonight. Who did you bring?
I do. This is Brooks Hubbard. He's a new friend of mine, and he works closely with the Jake Peavy Foundation that does outreach here in Mobile and beyond. He's also in a band called Yellowhammer, and they're fantastic. Catch them on Thursday nights at the Brickyard in Mobile.
And Brooks, how was your first Mardi Gras experienced here at Hargrove on their balcony?
Oh, man, I had a blast. It was really awesome. Mobile does it, baby.
All right, Lauren, take it away.
James Infirmary to see my baby there. She was lying on a long white table, so sweet, so cold, so fair. And I went down to see the doctor. She's very low, he said. Oh, I went back to see my baby. Good God, she's lying there dead. Well, let her go. Wherever she may be, she may search this whole world wide over and never find a good man like me. Well, I went down to Old Joe's barroom at the corner of Bienville Square.
as usual, and the usual crowd was there. But on my left stood old Joe McKennedy. His eyes were bloodshot red.
Lauren, thank you. Lauren sounding good. Frankie with us. Frankie, what did you think?
Oh, man, being up here was awesome, man.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy. And I noticed that the people on the floats love to try to hit.
You notice that?
Yeah, did you notice that too? They try to hit the people on the balconies. They make it like a goal to try to hurt you.
Yeah.
So I was dodging left and right. Yeah.
You know, I think in their mind it's not a matter of hurting. It's just a matter of reaching out and touching you.
Oh yeah.
In their own special way.
Thing. It's a gentle thing.
Yeah, but thank God she was standing in front of me, so I was okay.
Yes.
And of course, we caught a ton of Capri Suns and moon pies, but that food is nothing compared to what you have at Roosters. Let our viewers know that you guys make everything homemade.
Everything homemade from scratch. Fresh and delicious, yeah.
And Frankie, if it's a little cold outside, you can have some of these sauces and...
It'll warm me up, yeah. I'll take a shot of our hottest sauce right there, and it'll wake me up, yeah. Yeah. It's made with scorpion peppers, one of the world's hottest peppers.
What's your favorite thing on the menu? Because you've been really invested in the restaurant and the menu, Frankie.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, cool it down. Here, you got it. You got to pop it off.
That worked.
You all right? You all right? No, you want some water? You want some drink? You want a pineapple soda?
Yeah.
Pineapple soda! Drink it!
Okay, Frankie, so what is your favorite thing that you guys offer at Roosters?
The tacos. I mean, it's all good. I love the sandwiches and everything, but like the tacos are just outstanding. That's my favorite. All of them.
What is this right here?
I love them equally. They're like my children. This is a burrito. It's It's a comfort food. It's packed full of stuff, yeah.
All right, so now, and tell us where you are again.
211 Dolphin Street. You can find us online, roostersdowntown.com.
Where your menu is as well?
Menu, website, everything, roostersdowntown.com and 211 Dolphin Street.
And of course, we're finished here with Order of Inca, but we want you to stay tuned for Monday. Who do we have, Darwin?
Is it Venus?
Yes.
Venus and Crew of Many Faces, Order of Many Faces. They are a great group as well. So that's a double header on Monday night, 6:30. Join us back here on the balcony at Hargrove.